Talking to you, Bill Shakespeare. Maybe he's listening, maybe he's not. I don't know. I don't know how it all quote works. I know it's not working. Just kidding. I don't know what that means. I don't even know what that means. Delete that. But I don't know how it all quote works, but I know it's not working. So if Bill Shakespeare, where we are, like to the one that should have the answer. If you've ever once even quote resonated, unquote, that no one can even read you, no one can understand, no one can pre-understandly, pre-resonate with what you're bringing to the non-tables of tables. You get to look like, where did you read about that? As they light up an invisible cartoon mental cigarette. But let's say you are someone that, like Bill Shakespeare, someone that writes for a living. And you're saying, well, I didn't read about it. I have a deep, soulful, spiritual, creative, imaginativeness, energies. I also have a deep, soulful, spiritual, creative, non-imaginations of resonances of what's actually, quote, there, end quote. And what is, quote, actually, end quote, there is non-happeningly. Non-happeningnessly, non-happeningness. It is not cool by definitions that actually mean something. Nothing is cool, in other words. So I'd say if Bill Shakespeare ever got to look like, I'm going to light up a smoky here. I'm going to stoke, whatever I said. It doesn't matter. The point is, if Bill Shakespeare ever got to look like, oh, jeez, where did you read that? That sounds really out there, Bill. Well, he'd say, well, get this. I didn't read about this. I am going to write about this in my book coming up, and it's probably going to take me several months to write, 2-3 months to write, but he'd say, yeah, it's really weird, and it's really weird because I'm going to be the one writing about it. There's no one else that I've read that has actually picked up a pen and pencil and written about this. Or Máquina de Escritores. A Máquina de Escritores. I have not read about this. Let's say he's speaking about the facts that there seems to be some deeper inequality societally and posits that perhaps it's not entirely and deliberately randomized. That there's some deliberatenesses at intrinsecness levels for all of the inequities and inequalities. Perhaps there's some deliberatenesses at intrinsecness aimingnesses. Okay, I'm putting my spin, my top spin on this topic as if Bill Shakespeare is saying it. And I'm saying, yes, what else, as I love a fake imaginary cartoon invisible figure, what else is intrinsically aimingnessly aimed at all of us? At them, through them, at others. At them, through them, at others, at each of us individually in a collectivity pot of sinfulness. Yes, what else is intrinsically aimingnessly aimed at each of us individually, at them, through them, at others. At them, through them, at others, aimed back at each individually too. Like a cartoon, microcosmic Parcheesi board on fire, or a cartoon microcosmic ping pong game on fires. Of non-fires, of non-CGI, CGI, non-flames, of only, quote, flames, unquote, cartoonishly. What would you say to that? Does anyone dare to attempt to contradecir anything I've spoken in the last 5 minutes? Even though no one has studied it, no one has done the deep interior spiritual soulful focusedness of focusnesses. Interior work, spiritually soulfully, to in any way refute nor concur with anything I've stated in the last 5 minutes to 6 minutes. Nothing has been done to neither, either, or. Contradecir, as in refute, nor support anything I've spoken in the last 5 to 6 minutes. So I would say, what of the intrinsecness, aimingnesses, as I've verbally spoken them, and I originally, if you all recall, I brought it up as if Bill Shakespeare was positing that deeper societal inequities, not an indeliberateness of randomnesses. It is not indeliberately non-deliberated. It is deliberate. At intrinsecness, aimingnesses of aimingnesses. At intrinsecness, aimingnesses of aimingnesses. At intrinsecness, aimingnesses of aimingnesses. It is not by accident. It is not accidental. It is not randomization. It is deliberately deliberated, intentionally intentional. At them, through them, at others. At them, through them, at others. Back at individuals individually. In a collectivity pot of sinfulness. If everyone recalls, I said it's a Pachisi game board on fire. It is a ping pong cartoon game. It is a cartoon ping, cartoon pong, cartoon game. On fires of non-fires, of non-CGI, CGI flames, of non-flames, of quote, flames, end quote. Cartoonically. Carry on with whatever you were doing. Madam, I mean sir. I mean sirs. I mean dear sirs. Carry on with whatever you were about to proceed with before you happen upon this audio, video, visual grabazione. Go back to whatever it is you were about to do. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. I began this cartoon audio, cartoon video, cartoon visual, cartoon gravazione with the statements that I just had someone tell me to kayate in English. I only answered a kayate in Spanish. I'm so sorry. But I began this cartoon audio, cartoon video, cartoon visual, cartoon gravazione with the direct statements that I cannot speak to anybody in areas of countries where there's no intelligence, there's zero intelligence. So therefore, if no one can have an intelligent conversation, they cannot converse with me, with moi. There is nothing to say to me, to moi, if there's no intelligence. They cannot converse intelligent, they cannot converse with me, with moi. Cartoonistic. Rated R. Rated R. Rated R. There is nothing to state, there's nothing to say, there's nothing to non-sprayly speak aloud. Again, if someone cannot have an intelligent conversation, they cannot converse with me at all. They cannot converse with me, they cannot converse with moi. they will actually begin to quote, resonate, and quote that there is nothing to state, nor speak aloud. Nothing. At a minimum maximum of worstness, they will actually, quote unquote, quote, resonate, and quote that I am stupid. Because they are so brainlessly brainless. They, he, she is so brainlessly brainless. They, he, she will, quote, actually, unquote, resonate, quote unquote, that I am stupid. And then I brought up Bill Shakespeare, and then you can review everything that was spoken moments before that. After that. So, I said a joke. I said, how do you know you're not in Minnesota? Because you're not. All right, have a good night, everybody. Buenos tardes. Buenas noches.